Hello, welcome to Appalling News. I'm Paul Chatto. I've decided to talk about what's been happening between Israel and Hamas. Yes, I'm going there. Not on the ground, but here in the social media insanosphere where a parallel war is being waged. There are no casualties in this war except for friendships and brain cells. Never has so much time and energy been expended with so little effect. I think the influence of social media has waned. There is not going to be any Bud Light moment that's going to shock the participants into ending this war. Although, if we sent Dylan Mulvaney to the front, it might be all over by now. Let me state the obvious. War is horrible. What we're participating in online is a massive trivialization that actually makes me angry and serves little to no purpose except provide engagement numbers for the social media corporations. My parents experienced war, death, unimaginable cruelty, and avoided talking about it until very much later in their lives. As is usually the case when tempers flare on this planet, any conflagration that involves Israel is always at the top of the theater bill. 500,000 people can die in Sudan, 337,000 in Yemen, 250,000 in Syria, nothing. No one cares. No marches. No union weenie roasts for peace. The main bout always seems to feature Israel and the Palestinians. We all know why. Let me say right at the outset, any loss of human life is a tragedy. Some make a distinction between civilian and military deaths. My dad was in the military. He was a navigator flying a Caproni, piece of crap bomber, on the Russian front. Should he have died just because he wore a uniform? Combatants have families and loved ones too. All quiet on the Western Front put a human face on the enemy. In actual fact, my dad being Hungarian, part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and ally of Germany, was the enemy. He killed people. He saw horrible atrocities. Soldiers are human. We do make exceptions for the most evil of combatants, usually the leadership, the overzealous, the death cults, basically the losers. Apparently, war has rules. So I have spent quite a bit of time on social media debating anonymous entities because I'm fascinated by the parallel social media war, which frankly feels more like we're playing an MMO or massively multiplayer online game. No matter how much time spent playing Israel versus Hamas MMO, I believe we're up to version 4, we can turn it off. The people there can't. They can't walk about in their jammies and fluffy slippers, retrieve a cup of coffee from their Keurig before re-engaging. For them, it's frighteningly real and 24 hours. On this side of the Wi-Fi router, I'm finding a disturbing reductionism. There's this distasteful competition for who's killed the most children. Children have been turned into trading cards. Collect the entire set. The use of the term children is meant as an emotional dagger, yet it's been reduced to a battle of stats, somehow more important than adults. Everyone tries to meme shame the other into admitting that their losses are more significant or more grisly. Of course, neither believes the other's claims or numbers. It really is a stupid game. I actually don't mind engaging Team Arab because, well, they have a stake in this. I don't engage the sanctimonious armchair quarterbacks with no dog in the fight, mostly those from the left with preferred pronouns in their heading and tolerance and BLM in their bio. But all this has not remained entirely online. It has spilled out into the corporeal world. It concerns me that so many people have been willing and emboldened to reveal their true colors. It's unsettling having to check the name of your waiter or your surgeon. The online encounters are meaningless and won't have a whit of an effect on the outcome. As I said earlier, Only the merchants of clicks profit from this. I'm not a psychologist, but feeding the hate must have some kind of long-term side effects. Modern society's greatest advancement was anonymous trust. The growth of larger communities necessitated this because we could no longer know everyone. I'm sure I've been blocked by many friends, and I have done my share of blocking also. I can't help feeling I now know fewer people. I mostly avoid the online version of this war, and if you want to keep your sanity, you should too. And that's the way it is.